So how do we try to not react to the 3D circumstances around us? Well, I'm going to give you some hints and tips, and I'm going to take the analogy from boxing, the fight world in particular, because there's so much that we can learn as a form of discipline that comes from the fight world, that comes from martial arts, that can be applied to our everyday life. Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's Annie, your psychic limitless mindset manifestation coach. The best way that I can describe to you how 3D circumstances can affect your internal is, imagine you're in a kind of form of a combat sport. So you're head to head with someone, whether it's boxing, kickboxing, martial arts, fight world, whatever it is, you're head to head with that person. And just for a moment, just imagine yourself in that kind of ring. Now imagine that punch is being landed directly onto you now. So it's coming towards you, and all of a sudden it's like, pow, you don't know about me, pow, you don't know about me. But it's coming directly towards you, and all of a sudden you've got this ripple effect going on in your body, like, oh, what's this going on, right? That is what happens when you allow the 3D circumstances to affect your manifesting state. It takes a while for then you to come back into that vibrational state, for you to become very steady Eddie. That's what happens. But the more you allow the 3D circumstances, the more you allow these 3D kind of punches hitting your energy field, right? Over time, what happens is your inner state gets really poor and poor and poor, or even weak and weak and weak. And we don't want that. That's what's happened to a majority of the people out there. Their inner state is so poor. So when your inner state is very, very poor, what then happens is you allow other people's stories, other people's belief systems penetrate right into the energy field. So anything that you watch, anything that's negative, anything that doesn't really serve a purpose to you, it gets penetrated through, and guess what? You start forming these paradigms in your subconscious mind. Whereas those who are very strong in terms of, yes, they've received that punch, yes, they've received that ripple effect in their body, but the ones that quickly get it back up in their vibration state, so they don't allow any cracks to come in their inner state, are the ones who are the ultimate manifestors. Now, don't get me wrong, sometimes having those punches or having those 3D circumstances affect you, it's okay to have, because then what happens is your body and your energy gets really adapted to move out the way. So imagine you're in a boxing ring now you're just moving out the way. You're not letting those 3D circumstances to really, really affect you. You may land a punch that just goes here and just hits you slightly, but it's not penetrating right through. The same with other 3D factors. So let's say, for example, you're surrounded by friends who are talking very negative, right? You know you have to move your body out of there. Take yourself out of that situation. Where the body goes, it flows. Do you get it, guys? Now, imagine yourself, you have to defend yourself because those punches are coming, defending yourself. That's the same concept when we're talking about protecting your energy. You've got to protect the energy. And how do you do that? Well, there's different ways that I can teach you as to how you protect your energy. But the more you get behind learning these little nitty-gritty things that I'm teaching you, the more you're going to be very spiritually smart as to what you're going to allow to penetrate in your internal world. So as a kid, I used to secretly run off and do kickboxing classes because my grandma was kind of against it. And my dad really didn't mind. He said, just as long as you're enjoying yourself and you don't get hurt, fine. But my grandma was very much old school. So I used to go, and as I used to go to these boxing sessions, I learned so much about my energy. I learned so much about moving, ducking, diving, protecting. And it's the same principles that applied when I came across people as the 3D factors that could influence my internal. I was like, oh, I need to duck and dive from this person. You guys probably do that, right? You know when you get guests come, or you've got like an auntie coming in and all of a sudden you've never seen her for years and you're like, oh my God, I need to duck and dive from her. Probably we all have done that, right? So just duck and dive. Another tip that I can share with you guys is zoning out, and I have mentioned this on my previous videos on my YouTube channel, so just check them out. But what I talked about there was, so in this scenario, my grand's there, she's giving me her belief system, her worry, her panic about doing hitboxing. So what I used to do is when she was talking quite negative like that, I used to zone out and visualize myself at the gym, skipping away or thinking about my next move or thinking about how I'm going to kick this guy's ass and how I'm going to do it differently. So I was there visualizing. Once she finished talking, I come back into the room and I'm like, oh, Gran, what are we eating tonight? She's like, oh yeah, we're eating this. I'm like, great, thumbs up. But had I listened to my grandma about her fear, about her belief system, about how women should not be doing kickboxing or boxing, I would have never done the sport. I would have been like living life on her terms. I was like, no way, I'm not doing that. No way. Not living life on no one's terms. So everyone that you encounter, what you'll find is perhaps they have belief systems that have come from their parents. So example I can give you is psychics. Psychics are so bad. Stay away from them. They do X, Y, and Z. I'm like, okay, but that belief system has come from your parents, right? And your parents' parents. So why don't you take the time out for yourself to educate what it really truly is? Because, you know, we can have good people, we can have bad people, but you can't stereotype all people as bad. In that case, why are we not stereotyping all doctors to be bad or all lawyers to be bad? Why is it any different? So that's why I say to people, formulate your own belief system, formulate your own experience, and really look into it. Otherwise, what you're doing there is carrying on a generational belief system. And you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to get the same results. Let me give you a top secret. Sometimes your 3D circumstances can be a form of a test. Yeah, your test of faith, your confidence, your belief, all these universal tests, every universal test is there to help strengthen your inner state, help strengthen that belief, that faith, that confidence. It's all there. So don't always think of it as a negative. There's always something positive to take from a negative situation. So the next time you come across anything that is either a delay or a distraction from the 3D world and it's affecting your internal, just think about what Ali's just said. Move out the way. Move. I've got that ludicrous song now in my head. Move. Get out the way. Get out the way. Yeah, I won't say any more there. So strengthening that inner state, you're one step closer in stepping into what I call the 5-dimensional world. That means allowing the inner state to dictate and shape your reality. So well done, guys. Well done. Well done for all those that don't allow the external factors to affect their internal. Well done. When you're ready to know more about me and how I work, head over to my website here below, and don't forget to check out my other videos on my YouTube channel, and you can like and subscribe, and anything you want me to cover, anything at all, drop your comments below. But until then, I will see you soon.